Everything changed once the fame hit. Make it up, take you down, have a shot, I bought around, play my songs, you like the sound.
And welcome to day one, or day two, week one of the Commonwealth League here on Twitch. I am your head caster for today, LaRue, and joining me today, making her casting debut, is Summer Grimm. How are you today, Summer?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I am excellent. So we are already into pick bans. As you see, we are using Pro Draft for this one. The first few bans are away. It is Vladimir taken away by RWRvsG3R, also Thresh and Caitlyn. RWR, they're taking away the Corki, Leona, and waiting on that third ban. So, of course, last night was the first day of the Commonwealth League. It was an interesting day, as actually I forgot RWR actually did lose a ban. They did actually have an emergency ban. Summer, I did forget about that, but it is the first pick Kai'Sa coming out for the AD carry, and of course now we'll see what Gold 3 has for their next two picks. It looks like they'll answer in kind with Sivir, and we'll see what their second pick is. But both AD carries coming out early, and there's the Sivir Yuumi. So Yuumi making her debut here in the Commonwealth League here tonight. Summer, you know a little bit about Yuumi. You played a little bit of Yuumi.
I do know a little bit about Yuumi. I'm kind of curious as to the first pick Sivir. I'm not sure how Sivir goes into Kai'Sa, but I would think they would save the first bot pick for later on, but we'll see how it goes. Their jungler on G3 is really strong, so they're probably hoping to give him that counter pick, I would assume.
That is spicy. Blitzcrank is going to be the lock-in for support. That's going to be exact time on the Blitzcrank support. So both bot lanes are set. And as we see what the final pick for RWR will be in this first page, I can't hide my hype, Summer. Blitzcrank, Lee Sin, they're going with some big old power picks for game number one here tonight.
Oh, definitely. I'm kind of surprised to see the Blitzcrank picked into the Sivir, but the second that Yuumi detaches, if you can get onto Yuumi, she's gone.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe really the bot lane will depend on how well you can use that spell shield, as we see the Warwick locked in for the final pick for Gold G3R, excuse me. But you do have the Lee Sin. So it looks like right now, honestly, you have G3R mirroring the response of, or what RWR is picking. You saw them pick the full bot lane. Well, then G3R, they pick, they actually, they finish their bot lane. Then they pick the jungler. They respond with the jungler. And you do see here, it looks like maybe it was Sandra going to be the first ban here, and it will be.
Yeah, and for G3, their jungler played really well last night. He's getting the Warwick today. He has almost 100 games on Warwick this season. So definitely a power pick for him.
Yeah, so we do see Zyra going to be taken away, as is Nico. Of course, Zyra, you'd probably see her maybe in the support position. Actually, that would be a Zyra mid. Not sure why you would take that away unless you're maybe scared of that Zyra mid. But you do see Orianna, that's going to be the last ban for RWR, and so we will start our second pick ban phase here. Maybe we'll see ourselves get turned up a little bit, as I'm being told we might be a little bit too quiet, but I know it's probably not on my end. But you do see Aatrox going to be taken away, or actually going to be picked up by Gold or G3R. That's going to go over to Mount Uhard, who we saw last night. He looked awfully good in their first game of the season last night. You see Camille going to be the response up there for RWR's top laner, and then you see Victor. Victor is going, well, maybe just a hover right now, but maybe not trying to get a little bit too far ahead of myself. But as the time winds down, unless they're going to change it last second, it looks like it is going to be the Victor lock-in, and it is. So, comp is set for RWR, just waiting for what G3R has in response. Of course, if you're wondering why I'm not saying any names tonight, it's because, honestly, I don't have the rosters memorized. Of course, a lot of E-subs, a lot of last-minute changes to the rosters here today, and it looks like it's going to be the Ahri coming in here for the final pick, and so the comps are locked in. You have the Kai'Sa, Blitzcrank, Lee Sin, Camille, and Victor for RWR, and on the side of G3R, Sivir, Yuumi, Warwick, Aatrox, and Ahri. So, as we get into Champ Select here, we'll have to quickly run through it. Summer, you saw the comps, you see the comps. who has the early edge in this one? I mean, obviously a lot of special picks in this one. I would go ahead and say, of course, the Blitzcrank support. Didn't see that all of last year, but we did see, and then of course the Lee Sin jungle. Didn't see a whole lot of Lee Sin either, but RWR confidently picking into those on the first ban rotation.
Definitely. I think that jungle-wise, it will see a bit of a power move for G3. Like I said, Magnus, very comfortable on that Warwick. He has a lot of games on it, and sometimes comfort can go over, can precede like match pick. For bot lane, I think it's going to be really hard. Like I said, the second the Yuumi is off of Sivir for even a moment, if Blitzcrank can hook her, done for. So early game, they're going to have to be really careful.
Yeah, certainly. I for one, am very excited to see Blitzcrank. I'm a support main. If you have never seen me before, I played last year in the All-Star game as a support. I like playing champions with hook abilities. So I play a lot of Blitzcrank. I play a lot of Nautilus. Don't play a lot of Pike. Screw Pike. But a lot of Thresh, as you see, Thresh is taken away, or actually is banned for this one. But a lot of hook supports. And to see one, especially the one that isn't played as much in the competitive scene, I'm pretty hyped. I'm hyped. It's a good day. It's day 2 of week 1 here in the Commonwealth League. And, I can barely contain my excitement. Just a reminder, though, if you are joining us for the first time, to go ahead and hit that follow button here on the stream. We go live every Saturday and every Sunday. We are a weekend league, 2 days a week, every week for 5 weeks, as far as I know, is the regular season, and then we'll go into playoffs. But, last year was a really fun experience summer. You were a player last year. You were on Spectres, had a long undefeated streak. Got to the playoffs. Of course, playoffs, they were interesting in their own right, but a 3rd place finish last year, and now you've stepped up, and now you're part of the head staff.
Yeah, definitely. It's been interesting seeing how things have changed from season 1 up to season 2, but I'm definitely excited to see how the rest of it goes. Another awesome thing about the games today is RWR and G3 are both winners from yesterday's match. So this will be the only match I think we have today where both of the teams are victorious from yesterday.
Yeah, obviously 3 teams lost yesterday, 3 teams won yesterday. So we'll see 2 of the 1-0 teams collide here tonight. Actually, I think next game we'll actually see 2 0-1 teams collide, as one of those teams will lead with their first victory. And then our last game tonight, I believe, don't remember. Well, one of them is going to be 1-0, and one of them is going to be 0-1. But of course, RWR and G3 Reapers are our first game tonight. Our second game will be a battle that's actually quite dear to myself in summer. We'll explain that one when the time comes, but it'll be Nocturnal Dragons versus Monster Mash. And then for the final game tonight, it will be Lionheart versus, and I'm drawing a blank. It'll be Lionheart and Mediocre at Best. There's the last team I was looking for. But really excited to see how those other 2 games shake out. Like you said, one of these teams is going to leave here with their first loss. One of these teams is going to really kind of establish themselves as the team to beat. It is just week 1. And we saw last year, and well, not last year, but last season, I should say. Feels like it's been a year, hasn't it? But last season, we did see the team that really kind of jumped out of the gate and was winning all kinds of games early. That was, of course, being the Wolfpack. They kind of fell off at the end of the season. So you can't really decide, you can't really tell who is going to dominate the league after week 1. That's what I found. But it'll give us a fairly decent indication. So Pickban just continuing to roll through here. Well, if the teams use Pro Draft, I might as well explain what we're going to do here. If the teams use Pro Draft here tonight, we will be streaming Pro Draft. We didn't do that yesterday, but we are going to do it here tonight. And if they don't use Pro Draft, then we will, as we typically do, we will sit through pick bans in the client and stream that as well. Big thank you to our owner, Blitz, for giving us the graphics here today. He's worked long and hard on getting this season underway. Of course, big thank you to Summer. And a big thank you to me anyway, for handling all of the caster duties, making the schedule. Of course, today had to go deep into my caster depth chart to bring Summer out from her hiding place, but I know you'll do a great job, Summer, as we get into game here today.
Thanks. I'm definitely going to try my best.
Like I told you, there's nothing to be nervous about. It is an amateur league after all. We're all amateurs here. And of course, now's the fun part, Summer. And you watched the stream last year. You were part of it. You know, after the teams lock in, we have the best wait you could possibly have, as we have to wait for that 3-minute delay to get into game. So, and I really burned through all my discussion topics. So I'll tell you what we're going to do.
I think we should take a page out of Sneeze's book here and discuss best skin once they all load in as well.
Well, that is more for the loading screen, Summer, because as you can tell, we actually can't see any skins.
Oh,
you know?
no.
So, you know, what we will do is talk about the early game, because honestly, as you look at these rosters, Summer, as you look at these lineups, who do you think is going to have the best early game? Because, you know, we saw yesterday, we didn't really see any comebacks, per se. We saw a lot of teams that kind of started to steamroll, and then we just saw the game just continue to snowball out of control until it was basically a fruitless project for the losing side. So who do you think, in your opinion, gets the first blood here? And if those of you who are watching along with us tonight, you can give your opinion on who gets first blood. Of course, no prizes or anything for that, but bragging rights. So I'll let you picks first, Summer, and then I'll maybe talk about what I think.
I think early game, it's going to have to go to RWRR. The Camille is going to have a lot of power, and the Lee Sin is going to have a lot of power in the jungle as well. And against their game for Lionhearts yesterday, I think RWRR had a bit more early game presence. Yesterday, G3 played Monster Mash, and they definitely ended up winning the game. But I think their early game was a lot more even. So I'm expecting RWRR to kind of go ahead with the early game here.
All right, and as for me, I like to do this. I like to pick spicy. I like to make the spicy picks. So I think Lee Sin tries to gank level 2 and gets it turned around. I'm going to say that Aatrox gets first blood level 2. Now, don't blame me. I don't know a whole lot about this game. I'm here for the sole reason that I can just talk. But I see Aatrox getting first blood level 2 just because I like to make spice picks. But anyway, 1 minute left to go here in this one before we get into the loading screen. Of course, then, Summer, I'll let you. It's your time to shine as we talk about who has the best skins. Sneeze is taking a page out of my book, by the way. I was the one who taught that first.
Apologies.
But that is my idea. I should just tell you now. But wherever Sneezes is, I know he has quite a few of his own little perks or his own little ticks that he does whenever the game comes in. And so, you know, like I said, you might find that you might have a little bit of fun with it, and you might want to come back. So we'll see. We'll see how the game shakes up. But, you know,
yeah, definitely.
It is 7. Go ahead.
I would like to point out really quick, a big part of taking Yuumi as a support is now the Sivir gets to have that TP, and Yuumi gets to have the heal and the exhaust. And having that TP back to lane when the Kai'Sa doesn't can be a really big lane advantage.
Yeah, so both top laners going TP, excuse me, kind of lost my focus there for a second. But most importantly, the spectator delay is done. We will be loading into game, and we will be able to start week 1, day 2 of the Commonwealth League here tonight. So there's the loading screen. There are the skins. Summer, you were waiting for this. You wanted to do it a little bit early. Who's got the better skins here in this one?
Warwick.
Warwick. Is that literally it? Just Project Warwick is the only reason you're going with G3 Reapers here in this one.
It's a big robot dog. Can you blink?
But honestly, as I look over the skins, Summer, I can't help but agree with you.
Yeah, it's big Mecha Man Aatrox.
Not because of Warwick and Aatrox. I don't like my robot skins. But I don't like robot skins. But Ari, Sivir, Yuumi, those are good skins. I mean, you got Arcade Kai'Sa on. You got Arcade Kai'Sa on the other side. That is true. But Muay Thai Lee Sin is a horrible skin. Icoma, sorry if you're listening to this in the future. I don't like that skin. I think it's garbage. I don't want to see it ever again. Camille, no skin, no points. That's just the way things be. Creator Victor just suffers from having no skins. Like, he doesn't have any good skins.
He suffers just from a lot of his skins looking very similar to each other.
They're very similar, and they're very old. But Blitzcrank, I'll give maybe a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's an okay skin. It's no goalkeeper. I think goalkeeper Blitzcrank is the best Blitzcrank skin just because either I'm a sports fanatic or I just like skins that look like garbage. That can't be true because Muay Thai Lee's in. But you know, I gotta go with Team Money over on the other side. Battle Principal Yumi, $10. Pizza Delivery Sivir, I'm pretty sure that was $10. And Popstar Ari, that's also $10. Project Warwick, is that an 1820 skin? I'm not even sure.
So, I don't think it was a special skin.
Well, 1820 would have made it the special skin of the bunch.
No, I think it's 1350 then.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't remember which one was the 1820. I don't remember who even got project skins this year. I just remember I hated every single champion that got a project skin this year. I just remember that.
Yeah, it was Pike because he had all the chromas and like the fancy snake
that explains a lot. I don't think about Pike ever.
Yeah, I know. Block him from memory.
He is not in my memory. But either way, that was a long loading screen. We are getting into game, and it's time to see which one of these teams goes 2-0, and which one of these teams goes to 500 on the season after week number 1. And I actually am being told, Summer, I have to maybe renege on my last statement because Akali and Jinx also got project skins this year, and I do have a soft spot for those two champions. But does look like we might be looking at standard starts here. You actually do see it is going to be G3 Reapers fanning out just a little bit. Actually, maybe a 4-point start here. You know, you have your traditional 5-point. You have your traditional 5-point start where you have the jungler go into the mid lane and then you cover every other entrance. But you do see actually Warwick, he is going to go mid now. So you're actually not covering that one entrance, but they do have a ward placed there. So that is basically covering up a lot of vision there. As you do see, it's actually pretty much the same kind of response for Blitzcrank, actually for the side of RWR to cover their entrances as well. So it doesn't look like we're going to see any spicy invades here. We are going to see a heck of a lot of missing pings, though, as we await the buffs to spawn. It looks like maybe Lee going to go ahead and start at his red buff, and still waiting for Warwick to maybe pick a side. I think he's going to go and start with his blue, and it looks like, yeah, he will. So bot side jungle starts for both these junglers. As the buffs will spawn in, we'll get underway.
Yeah, definitely Warwick getting in that early river vision. Typically you see that ward actually waiting until about 1:20, and that way you can keep better track of who's in the river when Scuttle spawns. So interesting timing on the ward plays.
Yeah, so we see here as we look at once again the bot lane. I think this is the spiciest lane of any lane here in this game. You do have the Blitzcrank versus the Yumi in the support role, and then you have, of course, Sivir and Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa, a good late game carry. She's pretty good at all points of the game, but of course I've seen plenty of late game Kai'Sas, especially in this league, especially back in season 1, take over games past a certain point. So we'll see if Natsfer is up for the challenge. Exact time he's going to be tasked with getting him up strong. You see here it is RWR going to be hitting the level 2 first. There's the hook coming down on the Sivir. That's going to force the flash away. Yumi going to go ahead and jump onto him, land this heal. And you do see the Ignite coming down from Blitzcrank at about 30% health. That's not going to get the kill done. After all, it's going to be one summoner for one.
Yeah, definitely. I think he would have had a little more luck had he gone for the hook before the... I think it's a stun that he does. Is it a stun or is it a... It's one of the two.
Blitzcrank?
Yeah.
It's a knockup.
Okay, you think he would have hooked before that instead of after it? It gave they were so close to turret. It gave Sivir the perfect chance to.
1 second, there's a hook coming down onto the Sivir. She doesn't have flash this time. You do see the damage coming down. There's going to be the flash away from Kai'Sa. That's going to force the heal from Sivir. Kai'Sa does take one tower shot, but you see fighting going everywhere. As Warwick, he's going to try to get the flash on. He's taking tower shots. He might have gone too deep. No, he gets first blood right before going down. It's a 1-for-1 trade for the Camille and the Kai'Sa. Or not the Camille and the Kai'Sa, the Camille and the Warwick, excuse me. Lots of action here. Blitzcrank, he's going to land the hook onto Sivir. It looks like they're going to go for the dive, but do they have the damage? Blitzcrank taking a lot of damage, but the shield, the passive shield, is going to keep him alive. Almost a failed dive, but you see here, here's going to be some fighting up on the top side. It's Aatrox. He's going to be taken low. He's going to have to walk away.
Definitely tricky trying to go in that hard onto a Yumi, especially when she has her heals up already.
Hold
she
on, wait
did
a second.
burn.
Summer, I'll cut you off here for just a second as there's the fear coming down on Lee Sin. He's going to be caught without a prayer. Yumi going to come on over. She's going to pick up the assist, but it's Warwick claiming his second kill of the game as he goes 2-1.
Yeah, definitely just have to be careful with that Yumi. She did burn her regular heal, but she has the zoomies, and that makes it so much more difficult to try and get them under tower like that.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of action here. Here's another gank from the Warwick. The flash charm does not connect, but you do also get the Victor flash as well. Flash for flash. Looks like we'll see the Victor go ahead and back for the first time here in this game. Does have teleport. We'll have to see if he goes ahead and uses it. Do see TP advantage at the moment belongs to G3 Reapers. They, at least on the top side, Aatrox does have that TP available, while Camille, I believe she used it to get back to lane after giving up first blood to the Warwick. There you go, there is the Victor TP. So only one TP on the side of either of these teams. You also do see, I didn't mention, that Sivir, she also took TP as the Yumi. Instead of going for the Ignite Exhaust, she decided to go for Exhaust Heal, allowing the Sivir to take the heal.
Mm-hmm. And they actually just use that TP for that bottom ward. Bit of an interesting choice with the wave already pushing in, but being so early in the game, they probably wouldn't have anywhere else to use it at the moment anyway.
Ooh, here's a gang top side as it looks like we're going to have ourselves a 2v2 fight. How long can Aatrox stay alive? He is still alive at the time being. Lee Sin going to go ahead and flash in. Does not have time to Q. Does not have it up off cooldown, I should say. And this fight going to go ahead and continue a long, drawn-out 2v2. Lee Sin trying to find the Q onto Aatrox. Warwick going to be taken low. He's going to go down. That's a shutdown for Camille. Aatrox, he's going to go back in. Cannot find it. A double kill for Win Swain. And Roar picking up some momentum.
Yeah, that Aatrox is just chunked out so early, he couldn't do anything to help the Warwick.
I get stunned into silence, I'll go ahead and say. But anyway, that is 3 kills now for Win Swain on the Camille. But you did see, actually, Koma using his flash in that fight. I think maybe the Q was just off, still on cooldown. He flashed forward like he was going to go for the Q, and then just kind of didn't do anything. So he does use his flash, but ultimately it is a win for Rars. You can see here, here's going to be the ultimate coming out from Ari. She's going to land the charm. Warwick coming in from the backside. That's going to be a dead Victor. Ignite going to go ahead and burn that down. Love the Warwick not stealing that kill, I should say, as you do give the kill over to Ari. She's going to go 1-0. Three kills apiece here at 6.5 minutes. A bloody game here to start off. Both teams, lots of early game ganks. So as we do see here, almost to the 7-minute mark, it's a 300 gold lead for the side of RAR. It's anybody's game here at this point, as these two 1-0 teams, we maybe thought coming into this one that it was going to be like this, that it was going to be a close game, but didn't expect maybe this one to be as violent and as ganky and as bloody as it has been here today. But you see, there's another Yumi Q, so much damage on the Q.
And we just had Warwick doing what Warwick does best, the early dragon.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes I don't even pay attention to the dragons. I saw it, I visualized it, and I knew it happened, but I didn't mention it. So thank you for that. But we do see here, there is some fighting up on the top side. Both ultimates are going to be popped. There's a stun coming down onto Aatrox, but he is going to try to stay alive, and it looks like he will, as both laners back off for the time being. And won't see anything here, but we do see maybe something brewing in the bot lane. As Ikoma, he is going to show up, maybe going to just try to push this one out. Actually, there's the ward hop onto the minion. The Q does not connect, and he will just go ahead and back away. There's the stun, not going to connect for the Camille. She's going to find the W damage, but Aatrox not letting that engage happen. Take a look at the CS numbers. You actually do see there are some CS leads for RAR, and that is basically what is contributing to this gold advantage, this small 400 gold advantage at this stage in the game. 66-39 for the AD carries, as Koisto, he's having a little bit of trouble, but you do see here, here's a gank coming down. Blitzcrank, he's going to go down. Magnus going to claim kill number 3. Kaisa just going to go ahead and walk away, but that is another kill for the Warwick, as we have seen Magnus very active here in the early game of game number 1 tonight.
Definitely, and this is kind of what we saw him doing in his games yesterday, is he's just very persistent in the lane ganks, and he does them very well, and he gets all of his lanes up.
Here's the Ahri coming in once again. It's another Magnus gank. The charm, I think he has not used it yet, but either way, Warwick gonna go in. Actually, he might have used the charm the last dash, didn't find anything. He's gonna take a couple tower shots. That went horribly wrong for G3 Reapers. They're both gonna go down. Victor claims his first kill, and so will Lee. That's about as disastrous as you can get, Summer.
Yeah, that was rough. Definitely looked like it was going to go a bit better. Lee Sin saving the day there.
Yeah, so we do see here, as I was mentioning, CS advantage for Kai'Sa Natsfer on the Kai'Sa. And that is contributing to about now I gotta remember all my hotkeys. Actually, to be honest, it is only about 100 gold, as Sivir does have an assist to her name. But
well, and she's doing really good about
yes.
She's doing really well about catching up in CS and minimizing that deficit.
Yeah, so we do see here 75 to 52 in the mid lane. We're both even at about 54 to 57 up on the top side. It's Camille. I think that's actually where we're going to find your biggest goal difference. It is. It's going to be 1.2k, as Camille does have the advantage over you hard on that Aatrox. But still 400 gold overall. As you do see here, the jungler is going to fight in the RWRR jungle. Actually, might shape up into 2v2 here as Victor is coming down, but we also see some fighting up on the bot side as well. Sivir going to go throw out the Q. She is going to find a little bit of damage, but there is the hook. The knockup is going to be there. That's we're going to claim a kill, but we also have some fighting up on the top side. Aatrox, he's going to pop the ulti. It's going to be a 3v2. Already coming in on the backside of the fight. Camille's going to go ahead and escape. Victor is there with the follow-up. It's going to be Icoma who goes down first as Magnus continues to fight, but can the Ahri do anything more? There's a stun coming down to Warwick. Warwick staying alive. So much lifesteal. There's the laser going down. He is going to get the kill, but Ahri going to go ahead and finish that one off. Phantasma picking up kill number 2 as these two teams continue to just be even everywhere they go.
Yeah, definitely keeping up and a lot of stuff. Important to note, Warwick was out of his flash right there, and it probably would have made a really big difference.
Yeah, Warwick staying alive for quite a bit of time in that fight, but finally going down at the end of that fight to the Victor laser, I should say. As man, my mouth is dry today, Summer. But we are at 11.5 minutes, 1k gold lead now for RWRR.
For that bot lane fight, the G3 side blew almost all of their Psalms except for the Sivir's TP, and the RWRR side, both of them get to keep their flag.
Oh, here's something interesting. There's Ahri gonna have to dash away, but the hook is gonna connect. The last dash isn't gonna do anything, as she is gonna find herself caught out, and Icoma once again picking up another kill, as maybe Ahri trying to sneak around the backside, but unfortunately for Phantasma, finds herself dashing right into a Blitzcrank. And Blitzcrank, you know, he does one thing well, and that's keeping people in one place for an extended period of time. And so it works out there in exact time. He's showing up real well, real aggressive here on the Blitzcrank, as it looks like we're going to have ourselves another 2v2 in the bot lane. Spell Shield is going to prevent the knockup, but the hook is going to connect. I think that's going to be a dead Sivir. It is, as Natsper kill number 2. As the bot lane difference continues to expand. Magnus, he's going to try to go in here. Might be a little bit too deep, as he's going to have to ult to get away. He's going to be on the run, but it looks like it's actually going to be RWRR starting this Infernal Drake. And it looks like they're actually not going to experience a lot of fight back on this one, as they claim their first dragon. 1 dragon to 1, but a 2k gold difference for RWRR, the biggest point of difference here in this game.
Definitely, and that Infernal Drake is just going to help that damage that they already have tons of, so.
Yeah, the Kai'Sa, the Victor, even the Lee Sin, to an extent, all going to benefit from that Infernal Drake. But you do see here 3 tower plates going down on that bot lane tier 1. I haven't really looked at tower plates for the most part, but actually, we'll talk about that here in a little bit, as Ahri might have gone a little bit too deep. He does not have ult available. The Q isn't going to find anything, and Icoma, he's just going to go ahead and finish that one off. 2 very active junglers, and it's really been kind of alternating, Summer, who's had the more successful game. At first it looked like it was Magnus who was seeing more success, but for the last maybe 3 or 4 minutes, it's been all Icoma, as he's really had some successful ganks to his name, and it looks like he may actually be going in for another one. The Q is going to connect onto the Sivir, going to put a little bit of damage down. He's going to try to back out now. There's the Yuumi ultimate coming out. Warwick is going to be there for the return gank. It looks like they're going to focus all their efforts on the Lee Sin. The hook does not connect for Blitzcrank. That will be a shutdown. 5 kills now for Magnus. as that's actually going to be a 150 gold shutdown for the Warwick.
The Warwick is really good about looking for those opportunities. I think Ikoma has the advantage of lanes right now, which is why some of his ganks are just getting off so much.
Nice spell shield for the Sivir there to prevent being hooked back into the tower. As you see some fighting up on the top side. Uhard and Windswain fighting here, but here's a dive coming down from Magnus. Magnus does have the Yuumi on him. He's going to find one, find two, 7 kills now, 7 out of 9 for the Warwick. He has got pretty much all of the G3 Reapers gold, but that is actually going to help them out and pick up first tower here for G3 Reapers. It's actually going to go over to Yuumi. I think you actually all get even gold, but Yuumi, she gets her little portrait for the bragging right. But anyway, you do have some fighting in the mid lane, and as Ahri not going to find the charm, does put a little bit of damage down before leaving, however, but not going to have the ultimate for quite a bit of time. 15 minutes, even gold, almost even kills, Summer. This is basically what you wanted to ask. This is basically all that you could ask for to start off week 1, day 2 here at the Commonwealth.
Definitely. A lot of give and take here. There's a lot of strong lanes going on for RWR right now, but G3 has that scaling advantage, so if they can wait it out long enough, they'll find a really good spot.
Warwick going to jump onto Blitzcrank here. You do have the Yuumi following up, but how much is that going to help against this Blitzcrank and this Lee? Actually, quite a bit, as you do see the Blitzcrank. He's going to be taken low. Magnus on a rampage, but he's going to go down to the Kaisa W from deep. Well, Yumi's going to have to jump onto the Ahri. Ahri doesn't have ult available, but she's going to go full in on the Victor, 100-0. And she's going to try to escape now. 3 for 3 is Phantasma, but Kaisa coming in from the backside. I think Ahri's going to go ahead and go down here. Does find the charm on to Kaisa. It's actually Yumi who goes out first, trying to jump on to the Sivir. It's a double kill for Ikoma, and Matsper, he's actually going to finish things off there. Takes down the Sivir. 4-1-3, 130 CS in 16 minutes. This is shaping up to be a very big Kaisa.
And that is terrifying, because Kaisa can take over a game.
Yeah, we do see here Kaisa, 7,100 gold. Compare that to the Sivir, 4,900 gold. That is a 2.2k gold difference. If you look at the team gold, Summer, that is basically the entire gold difference. You take out that matchup, it's even everywhere else. But the Warwick does have all the gold for G3 Reapers. Aatrox, I believe he is still behind. Yes, he is, 1.6k. So we're due. You make up some of that gold. Well, really, you make up that gold in the support position, which is actually not the position you want to make up the gold. That's actually not the most important position, but, you know, Yuumi, she does at least have that at Themes.
She does, and that'll help a lot. I would expect to maybe see Ionian Boots of Lucidity from her sometime soon, possibly, but we'll see if that is a priority or the Ardent.
Probably going to go ahead and dash in as Magnus once again in the mid lane. Looks like it's going to be at least a 2v2 fight as Blitzcrank is in. Ahri maybe biting off more than she can chew. She's going to go down to Blitzcrank as he actually picked up his first kill. 1, 3, and 4 is the exact time on that Blitzcrank. We do see here a little bit of damage being put down onto Mount Uhard. As Yuumi going to get hit with the Q, but she's going to simply just dash away. Spell Shield is going to block the Blitzcrank hook, I believe, but that's not important as we have more fighting on the top side. As, yeah, you do see the Infernal Drake is out and is actually the RWR starting that thing up. You do see the TP coming in from Windswain, or maybe that's Victor. Actually, it is the Camille. The fighting has begun. It's already a 2-0 for RWR. Camille going on to the Sivir. Sivir going to try to flash away. She might not be able to get away. She won't. Windswain on a rampage. The charm is going to connect. Windswain taking a few tower shots, but she's just going to hook shot away as the dragon does go down. Ultimately, a big victory for RWR. It's a 3-0, and you also get the dragon.
Mm-hmm. And that's the double Infernal, so their damage just is going to keep stacking here.
So 18.5 minutes, 4k gold differential. This one's starting to go out of hand, as you do see here. Here's the kick onto Ikoma. Ikoma actually taking a few tower shots. He's going to go down. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but ultimately, you do keep that Ahri from protecting the tower, and it's going to go down. I'm going to call that worth if you're Ikoma and the RWR team.
Yeah, I definitely would. With all of the focus we're seeing for objectives like the dragon and stuff, I'm interested to see if anybody starts putting some focus towards Herald before it
Yeah, Herald going to go down here in the next minute or so. You do see it is actually G3 Reapers starting it up as they are going to go ahead and start it. You do see most of RWR actually just now coming out of base. How quickly can they burst this down? I don't think they're actually going to react to it. You do see the vision. It is mostly belonging to G3 Reapers. You do see Windswain on the way, but I don't think he's going to get it in time. That's going to be taken by the Reapers, who's going to go ahead and pick it up. It looks like it's actually going to be the Sivir who picks it up. But Windswain, he's going in deep, and here comes the rest of RWR. And who's going to win this fight? A lot of burst in the pit. As you do see, it's really hard to kind of keep up here, but Victor, he's going to claim the first kill onto the Sivir. Magnus going strong back in the pit. He's going to go ahead and jump onto Ikoma. Ikoma going to go Warhop over the wall. As Magnus is going to go ahead and keep chasing. There's the Q coming down onto Magnus. I don't know if he wanted to do that, but actually, correction, Kaisa coming in for the back of the fight. Magnus does get the takedown, but not before Natsper is able to finish him off. Yumi going to be the next one to fall. And Mount Uhard, he might be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but here comes Phantasma at the end of the fight. He's going to go ahead and claim a kill on the Blitzcrank, and then I think we will maybe finally see the end of what was a very, very extended fight there. About 45 seconds of just near constant fighting.
Yeah, definitely. That Yumi ult within the Baron pit, I think, helped with a lot of that early damage, but it just dragged on for so.
Yeah, ultimately a 3 for 3. So actually maybe more of a victory for G3 Reapers when all is said and done, as RWR did not engage that fight with Kaisa. And that was maybe something important to note there. She did come in at the end of the fight, but maybe if she's there to begin with, that's a very much different fight. As Phantasma, he's going to have to dash away. He's going to have to go ahead and blow the ult. The charm does not connect. But maybe staying just a little bit too long under tower. And that's a pretty long cooldown for Ahri. And that's definitely an important cooldown for her to have. As gives her a lot of that mobility and a lot of that safety that Ahri players are accustomed to. But you see here, Magnus, he's going to come up on the top side. The Yumi Q is going to connect. Ahri not going to find the charm, though. Maybe it was about to say, it looks like they might be able to cut off the Victor, but a little bit of hesitation on the side of G3 Reapers, and Victor's going to be able to walk away because of that. Something to note here, Windswain is actually on the bot side. As you see, that bot side wave is pushing, but it looks like Mount Uhard actually going to cut that off for the time being and respond to the split push. As you do see most of G3 Reapers actually hanging out in the mid lane currently, as Victor continues to push top and Camille continues to push bottom. It's basically, well, I would say a 1-3-1, but you only have one champion in the mid lane for RWR, and that's Blitzcrank.
You'll have Kaisa joining him shortly, but yeah. Warwick trying to go in for the solo kill on mid.
Yeah, he might find that it's not actually a clean 1v1 here, but the ult is going to connect. Actually, correction. Well, no, there's the kick away as the shield comes out for Victor. He's going to stay alive. I was about to say, he might still have that 1v1, but in a, in a 1v1 and then another 1v1 kind of manner. But instead, nobody dies, and the Victor lives. A nice kick from Ikoma on the Lee Sin to keep his mid laner alive. So 23 minutes, 22 and a half, I should say. I'll round up here in about, there we go. 23 minutes here in this one. Gold lead, still about 6k. There's the charm coming down on the Blitzcrank. He's going to have to flash away. This Boysto maybe looking to engage with the Sivir. You know what they say? It's a Sivir comp. You just group up and win. But they're going to go ahead and try to push this Rift Herald into the tower, getting a little bit of turret damage. There's a charm coming down on the lead, but Camille's coming in from the flank. She's going to use her ultimate on the Sivir, but a nice spell shield to prevent the ultimate from going down. Windswain still taking a lot of damage. Are going to have to dash away from the Victor W. Does land the charm onto Kaisa, but Kaisa and Lee with the follow-up damage. They are going to take him down. The strike from Natsper picks up his 9th kill. 9, 1, and 6 is Natsper on the Kaisa, and they're going to go ahead and go for that Mountain Drake.
Yeah, definitely a big, scary Kaisa. Something to note there is Yumi, unfortunately, was latched onto Sivir that whole fight. So when she ulted, because Sivir was in the backline, a lot of Yumi's ult missed most of RWR. So they definitely didn't get as many stuns as they possibly could have from that whole fiasco.
Yeah, the Yumi ult, it's about as good as the person you're attached to, as I like to make it, but here we go, putting a bit of damage down onto Magnus. He's awfully tanky, though. Does have the Spirit Visage and the Cinder Hulk as well. But Gonna find it's not as easy to take him down as it once was. You see the Sivir and the Ahri coming up from behind. Looks like we're gonna have everybody pushing around, playing around in the mid lane for the time being. But an important thing to note, Summer, the biggest difference in this game has been the bot lane. And I haven't really come back and talked about bot lane a whole lot, but you've got an 0-9 bot lane on the side of G3 Reapers, and a very, very strong Kai'Sa. But actually, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Here's an engage onto Blitzcrank. Might be a little bit caught out. The damage and the CC is going to be enough. Exact time goes ahead and falls. It's going to be Aatrox picking up his first kill. He's on the board, but still 50 CS down and about 3 kills behind his contemporary.
Definitely. Honestly, what they should do is they just need to find that good wave or good lane for Sivir to sit in and just kind of farm out for a bit. She needs to catch up in CS even a little.
Yeah, a 90 CS lead for Natsfer over Sivir. That is, when all is said and done, a 6k gold deficit between these two 80 carries. That's about 2 items. 80 carry items, you know, they're awfully expensive, but 6k, that is quite a bit. But you do see here, we got ourselves a 3v2 as actually Winswain, he's going to go down. Magnus, just so much damage. He's pretty big on the Warwick, even with those tank items. And Ahri, she's going to go ahead and continue to fight. Dashes in. Does have a dash available. She's going to go ahead and use that to dash to the side. Lee Sin trying to find his way in, but there's the hook. They're going to connect onto the Sivir, and this fight quickly turning around in the favor of RWR. Actually, it's going to be a 2-for-1 here at this stage, but Natsfer, he's about 3 champions all by himself. He's going to find a double kill. Actually, he's not done. He's going to go ahead and flash onto the Warwick, putting a bit of damage down. Zyra Ascend going to finish off the kill onto the Warwick with that laser. And all said and done, I believe that was the 3-for-2. RWR coming out on top, and they're going to start the Baron.
Yeah, a big part of that was early on the Kai'Sa wasn't there for most of that fight, but the second she showed up, everything turned around really fast.
So Ahri is in the Baron pit, but she's not going to be able to steal this one. It's going to be the Baron for RWR. The first Baron in this game. You do see here they have objective leads across the board. 3 towers, 3 dragons, and now 1 Baron to nothing. Now, so you do see Camille, she's going to get that bot lane tier 2 with the split push. So this one quickly turning into maybe, I don't want to say it's a lost cause, because we have seen a lot of games. We have seen a lot of games turn around, Summer, especially thinking back to season 1. But this one may be a little bit too steep for G3 Reapers to handle.
Possibly, but it's all about interrupting that momentum. If G3 can find a way to just stop RWR's momentum going forward, they can try and find a foothold.
Yeah, so of course, you do see the Kai'Sa, she has picked up a QSS. That's going to make her even bigger. 11-1-7, 14,000 gold. And for comparison, the next highest gold total on her team is the Camille, and that's only 10k. She has a 4k advantage on any of her teammates. She is basically the driving force behind RWR's success here in this game, but also you do have that Camille as well. Can't actually discredit her, and she is continuing to split push there. Takes the inhibitor tower down on the bot side, and actually Victor as well. He's pushing as Winswain. He's going to pop the ultimate. Does have the 2-level advantage on him out. Yuhar going to go ahead and pop the ult as well, but he's going to have to try to get anything to make that ultimate pop. As actually he is going to have the lifesteal. He's actually going to stay alive. And here comes Magnus on the backside. There's the flash from Camille, but is it going to be enough to keep her alive? Magnus continuing to chase. Oh, there's the Sivir Q for the snipe. And eventually Winswain is going to go down. But Victor continuing to fight down below. There is the lead kick onto Koisto. The Yuumi ultimate is going to keep her alive as Magnus just continues fighting on the front lines. He's going to find Ikoma. Finally goes down to Natsfer. Natsfer is legendary as Victor continues to push on the top side, and now we have seen 2 inhibitor towers go down here in about a minute.
And Victor's still up there just splitting.
Yeah, Victor actually going to find the inhibitor tower. Here's a 1v1 between the 2 mid laners. Sivir going to find the kill. I believe the Ignite was, actually not the Ignite was put down. It's actually going to be a kill overall for Ahri. What am I thinking? But anyway, we do see here actually Blitzcrank. He's going to be chased. There's the ultimate, but Yuumi going to find the kill. That's an ace for G3 Reapers. An ace for G3 Reapers, but now they have to go on tower defense mode. You have 1 inhibitor down, minions pushing your Nexus turrets, and of course they'll be back up sooner or later. And you know, 10k gold lead, they're still very, very strong on the side of RWR.
Yeah, they're definitely really strong right now. This might be a bit of that, what I was saying about interrupting momentum. This might be a bit of it, but they're going to need to do that at least 2 more times to really start getting that foothold back into the...
Yeah, but you know, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I'm pretty sure it was Sun Tzu who said that once upon a time. And, you know, getting that ace in the base, that's a pretty good first step. We do see here the 4th dragon is going to go down. RWR is going to go ahead and pick that up. It was an air drake, or a cloud drake, if you will. And that'll give them a little bit of out-of-combat movement speed. I had to think about it for a second. You know, when I jungle, rarely, Summer, I don't really take a whole lot of dragons. So I have trouble remembering what they do sometimes. So anyway, they do take the Cloud Drake. That's going to give them a little bit of movement speed. And here with 30 minutes, it's an 8K gold lead for RWRV.
It looks like Yumi just finished her Twin Shadows. Looks like she's working on possibly a redemption next. Still looking to see support items completed for both sides.
Yeah, we do see here on the side of Blitzcrank, you have the Zeeks and the Knight's Vow, but Magnus, he's going to look to go in on somebody. Does try maybe changing targets there in the middle of the fight. Yumi detaching in the middle of the fight. She's just going to be destroyed by Lee Sin, and that might actually be big as Phantasma. He's going to go down. It's already a 2-0 on the side of RWRV. This could be the fight to end the game. Koisto, he's going to go down. It's a double kill for Win Swain. Make that a triple, and there's the final kill. A quadra kill for Win Swain. This one is over. RWRV, they're going to go to 2-0. G3 drops to 500.
Yeah, definitely a really big fight there. Yumi detaching and dying that early was pretty tragic.
So in 30.5 minutes, RWRV, they established themselves as the team to beat here in week 2, or looking forward to week 2, as they pick up the nice, clean victory. 35 kills to 23. I say clean, but maybe bloody, the better word to describe that one as we jump into the post-game screen. So, Summer, you know the drill. You know what we do. Why don't you go ahead and tell me, who is your MVP here in tonight's first game?
I'm sorry. I'm actually going to have to leave that to you really quick. I need to start setting up the lobby for the next piece.
Okay, head staff Summer Grimm. Okay, so usually I don't give MVPs out, but I will give my MVP. I want to give it to Camille for the endgame quadra kill, but you know what? Endgame fights don't really mean a whole lot. It's really just who last hits. Obviously, you got to give that one to Kaisa as a... Oh, that's damage taken. I was looking at the stream for a second. I'm like, whoa. But anyway, that is... When we look at total damage, the Kaisa and the Victor, actually, Victor doing the most damage in the game. But, you know, the bot lane difference, I think, was so big in that one that I got to give Natsfer my MVP here for game number 1 as I think stat line 13, 2, and 10 and 26k damage. So we'll go ahead and give it to Natsfer. I don't really think too much about it. But that will do it for game number 1. We'll go ahead and set up game number 2. It's a family affair as Monster Mash takes on Nocturnal Dragons. We'll be back in just a little bit, but you're watching week 1, day 2 of the Commonwealth League.